Ladies and gentlemen, all right, here we go. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm speaking from the heart, so I need you to listen closely because this is something that will change your life. There's one thing that can carry you further than any diploma, more powerful than any title, more meaningful than any amount of wealth. And that thing is belief. Belief in yourself. That's right. It's not about what they tell you you can do. It's not about what the world expects of you. It's about what you believe you can achieve. You've got to believe in yourself. And I'm telling you, if you don't, then who will? See, people will doubt you. They'll try to break you down. They'll tell you that your dreams are too big, too out there, that they're impossible. Well, I'm here to tell you that they're wrong. You can do whatever you set your mind to, but you have to believe in your own power, your own worth. You've got to recognize that you have the tools you need deep down to succeed. Don't let anyone, I don't care who they are, tell you that you can't. If you believe it, if you know it in your bones, then you can make it happen. You see, the world is going to throw all kinds of challenges your way. Life isn't easy and it's not supposed to be. Life is about overcoming, pushing through, and staying focused when everything else around you is falling apart. It's about getting back up after you've been knocked down, not letting those failures define you, but using them to build your strength, to build your character. You see, failure is not the end, it's just a chapter in your story. It's not a reflection of who you are, it's just a test of how bad you really want it. How bad you want to succeed. I've seen people with talent, more talent than you can imagine, but they didn't believe in themselves. They let the world tell them they couldn't do it. They let self-doubt creep in, and that was the end of their story. Let me tell you something that won't be your story. No. Because you have to make a choice, a conscious decision to believe that you are capable. You have to make the decision that no matter what happens, you will keep moving forward. Life's going to be tough. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to test you in ways you never thought possible. It's going to push you to your limits, break you down to your knees, but you have to stand tall. When life hits you, you don't bow down. You stand up with your head held high, knowing that you're stronger than anything that comes your way. You're going to face moments where you'll think, why me? But I'm here to tell you, why not you? You're made for this. You're built for this. You've got everything it takes inside of you. You just have to bring it out. Don't let anyone make you feel small. Don't let anyone diminish your worth. I don't care what background you come from, what kind of struggles you've had, or how many times you've been knocked down. None of that defines you. Your journey, your struggle, your fight, it's what makes you who you are. Your belief in yourself is the foundation that can turn the impossible into reality. When you step out there, when you walk into that room, when you face that challenge, you need to do it with confidence, not arrogance. No, there's a difference. Confidence is knowing you've got what it takes. Arrogance is pretending you do. You walk into that room like you own it, because in your heart, you know that you have what it takes to handle whatever comes your way. Believe in your skills. Believe in your strength. Believe in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. You're ready for it. Even when it feels like you're not. Even when it feels like the odds are stacked against you, you've got the power within you to overcome it. That's what belief does for you. But it starts with you. No one can believe for you. People can encourage you, they can lift you up, but ultimately the belief has to come from within. You have to look in the mirror every single day and tell yourself, I believe in me. You have to remind yourself, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how far away the goal seems, you are capable of achieving greatness. You've heard it before, but I'll say it again, you can't wait for the world to believe in you. You can't wait for permission from anyone. No, you've got to go out there and take it. You've got to earn it. You've got to show the world that you're not backing down. That you've got what it takes. Because trust me, no one's going to hand it to you. Life doesn't owe you anything. But if you believe in yourself, if you put in the work, if you don't quit, if you refuse to back down, then there's nothing that can stop you. And I get it. It's hard. It's hard to keep going when it feels like everything's against you. It's hard to keep believing when you've been knocked down time and time again. But I'm telling you, that's when you've got to dig deep. That's when you've got to reach inside and pull out that strength that you didn't even know you had. Because when you believe in yourself, when you trust in your own abilities, you are unstoppable. And you have to remember that when times get tough, you have to remember that every setback is just a setup for something greater. If you want something bad enough, if you believe in it, you have to put in the work. Dreams don't work unless you do. You've got to put in the hours, the effort, the sweat, the tears. You've got to sacrifice the easy road for the road that leads to success. You've got to believe that the struggle is worth it. That every late night, every early morning, every ounce of energy you put into it is worth it. And when you look back, when you see the progress you've made, when you see how far you've come, you'll understand that it was all worth it. But it all starts with belief. If you believe, you will find the strength to keep going, even when it feels impossible. Look, I know it's not easy. I know you're tired. I know you're questioning yourself right now. But don't stop. Don't give up. Keep pushing forward. Every step you take is a step closer to your dream, to your success. And don't be afraid of failure. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to learn from. Failure is what separates the ones who will succeed from those who will quit. Every failure, every mistake is just another lesson, another chance to grow, another chance to be better. I'm telling you right now, you are capable. You are stronger than you think. You are smarter than you believe. You have the power to change your life. You have the power to do things that others think are impossible. But you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to have that unwavering belief that no matter what, you're going to make it. And when you do, when you believe in yourself with everything you've got, when you trust in your own strength, that's when the world starts to open up for you. Don't wait for a miracle. Be the miracle. Be the one who proves everyone wrong. Be the one who shows up, puts in the work, and makes it happen. The only person who can stop you is you. And I'm telling you, don't let that happen. You've got what it takes. You've always had it. Now it's time to believe in it. And when you do, there's nothing you can't achieve. Believe in yourself. I'm telling you, it's the first step to greatness. Take it. Take it now. And never look back. The foundation of success starts with believing in your own abilities. No one else can believe in you the way you can, and this self-belief is crucial for overcoming challenges and achieving your dreams. Failure is a part of the journey, not a definition of who you are. It is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. Every setback is a setup for future success. Dreams require hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. The road to success is not easy, but through perseverance, discipline, and effort, anything is possible. You are capable of greatness no matter where you come from or what obstacles you face. You have the strength, skills, and potential to achieve your goals. When you believe in yourself, the world opens up for you. Belief in yourself is the most powerful thing you can possess. It is the foundation upon which everything else is built. When you believe in yourself, you send a signal to the world, a signal that says, I am capable, I am worthy, and I will succeed. Without this belief, you are wandering aimlessly, waiting for validation from others or hoping for some external force to give you permission to rise. But the truth is, the only permission you need is the one you give yourself. The moment you believe that you have the power within you to achieve anything, you unlock doors that others might only dream of walking through. Belief in yourself means trusting that you can handle whatever life throws at you. It means having confidence in your skills and your abilities, even when the world around you doubts you. It's easy to look around and compare yourself to others, but the truth is no one else is walking your path. No one else has the exact combination of experiences, challenges, and strengths that you have. That is what makes you unique. Your journey is your own, and the only way to truly succeed is to trust yourself along the way. When you believe in yourself, you stop second-guessing your decisions. You don't waste time trying to meet other people's expectations. You focus on your own vision and trust that you are capable of making it a reality. Believing in yourself is about recognizing your worth. It's about knowing that you are enough, just as you are. So often we fall into the trap of thinking we have to be someone else or change who we are in order to succeed. We think we need to fit into a mold, be something we're not, or constantly strive to be better, but the truth is, you don't need to be anything other than yourself. You are more than enough. There is no one else who can bring to the table what you bring. The combination of your talents, experiences, personality, and mindset makes you uniquely equipped for the challenges you face. When you believe in yourself, you understand that your authenticity is your strength. Your true value lies in who you are, not in trying to be someone else. Self-belief doesn't mean you're free from doubt or fear. We all have moments when we question ourselves, when the voices of doubt and insecurity creep in. But the difference between those who succeed and those who give up is the ability to push past those doubts. It's the willingness to look fear in the face and continue moving forward anyway. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you're always confident or that you never feel unsure. It means you trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. It means you know that you can learn, grow, and adjust when necessary. It means you have the strength to face challenges head on and keep going no matter what. The world is full of distractions and opinions. Everyone has something to say about how you should live your life, what you should do, and who you should be. But when you believe in yourself, you don't let those outside voices drown out your own inner truth. You learn to trust your own instincts and judgment. You stop worrying about what others think because you understand that their opinions are just that, their opinions, not your reality. The more you believe in yourself, the more you let go of the need for external validation. You become the authority of your own life, and you make decisions based on what feels right for you, not based on what others expect or want from you. It's a shift in mindset that allows you to live with greater purpose and focus. Belief in yourself also means taking responsibility for your life. It means recognizing that you are the one in control. Yes, there will be things outside of your control, things that happen to you that you cannot predict or prevent, but how you respond to those things is always within your power. When you believe in yourself, you take ownership of your actions and your choices. You stop blaming others for your circumstances, and you stop waiting for someone else to give you the opportunity you think you deserve. You realize that you have the ability to create your own path, to make things happen, and to overcome obstacles. It's an empowering realization that makes you unstoppable. This belief doesn't come overnight. It's not something you wake up with one day fully formed. It's something you build piece by piece, day by day. Every small victory, every time you push through fear, every time you make a decision that aligns with your true self, you are strengthening that belief. But it's a choice you have to make every single day. It's a practice. You have to remind yourself, even when the doubts come, that you are worthy of success. You have to choose to believe that your dreams are within reach, that you can achieve what you set out to accomplish, no matter how long it takes or how hard it gets. Belief in yourself also means being willing to fail. Many people never take risks or pursue their dreams because they are afraid of failing. But let me tell you something, failure is not the end. It's a necessary part of growth. Every successful person has failed at some point. They've made mistakes, they've stumbled, and they've fallen. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that they keep going. They don't let failure define them. They use it as a learning experience. They analyze what went wrong, adjust their strategy, and keep moving forward with even more determination. Believing in yourself means having the courage to try, knowing that even if you fail, you will learn and you will grow stronger. Sometimes the hardest part of believing in yourself is being patient. We live in a world that demands instant results. And it's easy to get discouraged when things aren't happening as quickly as we'd like. But success takes time. Growth takes time. You can't rush the process. The belief in yourself has to be constant even when the results aren't immediate. You have to trust that with time, your efforts will pay off. That belief gives you the resilience to keep going when you feel like giving up. It's the patience to stay the course and the faith that one day you will reap what you have sown. As you move through life, you'll encounter people who will try to tear you down, who will question your abilities, who will tell you that you're not good enough. But don't listen to them. Their words are not a reflection of who you are. They are simply a reflection of their own insecurities. When you believe in yourself, you know that no one else's opinion matters. You don't need the approval of others to validate your worth. You are enough and you have the power to create the life you want. The moment you stop seeking approval from others and start approving of yourself, you step into your power. Belief in yourself also means setting boundaries. It means recognizing that not everyone's energy is aligned with yours, and not everyone is meant to be in your circle. When you believe in yourself, you understand that you don't have to please everyone. You don't have to keep toxic people in your life. You don't have to chase after validation from others. You have the power to say no, to protect your energy, and to surround yourself with people who uplift you, who support your growth, and who believe in your vision. When you believe in yourself, you stop living in fear of judgment. You stop worrying about what people think because you know that their opinions are not your reality. You begin to embrace who you are without apology. You stand tall in your truth and move forward with confidence. When you start living authentically, when you begin to trust in your own decisions, you will find that the world around you shifts. People will begin to respect you, not because you're seeking their approval, but because you're comfortable in your own skin. Believing in yourself is also about being kind to yourself. It's about knowing that you are human and that you will make mistakes. You will have moments of doubt, moments when you question whether you're on the right path. But in those moments, instead of beating yourself up, you show yourself compassion. You remind yourself that it's okay to struggle, that it's okay to take time to find your way. You give yourself permission to be imperfect, to learn, and to grow. Self-belief doesn't mean perfection. It means accepting yourself fully, flaws and all, and trusting that you are worthy of success just as you are. At the end of the day, belief in yourself is the key to unlocking your potential. When you believe in yourself, there's nothing that can stand in your way. You become unstoppable because you understand that you are the creator of your own destiny. You are the one who has the power to shape your life, to pursue your dreams, and to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. The world will try to tell you that you can't, but when you believe in yourself, you will prove them wrong. You will create a life that is uniquely yours, a life that reflects your true power. And that, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Failure is not the end. I want you to understand that. Failure is something that happens to everyone. It's a part of life just as much as success. And in fact, it's often the very thing that sets us up for greater success. When we fail, we don't like it. We don't want it. It feels uncomfortable. It hurts. But if you look at failure from the right perspective, you'll see that it's not something to be feared. It's not something that defines you. It's something that can teach you, shape you, and ultimately make you stronger. I think one of the biggest misconceptions we have about failure is that it's a reflection of our worth. Society often makes us believe that if we fail, we're somehow not good enough, that we're not smart enough, or that we're not capable of achieving the things we dream about. But that's not true. Failure is not a measure of your worth. It's a measure of your effort and your persistence. It's the testing ground where we find out what we're made of. Failure in its raw form is not an ending point. It's a turning point. It's the moment when you get to decide whether you're going to give up or push forward. And I can promise you this, it's the people who push forward who go on to achieve great things. Look, every single person who has ever succeeded in any area of life has experienced failure. It doesn't matter how many trophies, accolades, or titles someone has earned, they failed, and they failed big. But the difference between those who succeed and those who quit is their mindset about failure. Successful people see failure not as a barrier, but as a stepping stone. It's just part of the process. It's part of what it takes to make your dreams a reality. When we fail, it's easy to let it define us. We want to believe that we're not good enough, that maybe we're just not cut out for this. But that's the worst thing you can do. When you fail, you don't stop. You don't throw in the towel and walk away. No, you keep going. You take that failure, learn from it, and then you go right back into the game. Because failure is never the end unless you allow it to be. And let me tell you, the greatest people who have ever walked this earth have failed more times than you can count. But they didn't stop. They didn't let failure crush them. They didn't let failure stop their momentum. They used it, they learned from it, they adjusted, and they came back stronger. There's this idea that we have to be perfect, that we can't make mistakes, that we can't mess up, that we can't show any signs of weakness. But perfection is a myth. It doesn't exist. Every person you look up to, every person you admire for their success, they've messed up. They've fallen down. They've made mistakes. And guess what? It didn't stop them. They learned from those mistakes, they grew from those mistakes, and eventually they used those mistakes to get to where they are today. The truth is, we all need failure. We need it because it teaches us things success never can. When you fail, you get to see where you went wrong. You get to understand what didn't work and why it didn't work. Failure is your greatest teacher. It's the one that shows you the areas where you need to improve. It's the one that shows you the limits of your knowledge, your skills, and your perseverance. And when you see those limits, you get to break them. You get to go beyond what you thought was possible. You get to stretch yourself, learn new things, and grow. And when you grow, you become better, stronger, and more prepared for the next challenge. Failure helps you become the person you need to be in order to succeed. But let's be real, failure doesn't feel good. It's hard. It's frustrating. It's discouraging. But that's where the real work begins. It's in those moments of defeat that you discover what you're really made of. It's in those moments when you're on the ground looking up thinking, I don't know if I can do this anymore, that you have to dig deep. You have to find that part of yourself that refuses to quit. That part of you that says, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to learn from this and I'm going to keep moving forward. It's in those moments of struggle that you get to decide whether you will let failure defeat you or whether you will rise up and continue the fight. Think about the times you've been knocked down in life. The times you failed and thought to yourself, I don't know how I'm going to get back up from this, yet somehow you did. You found a way. You picked yourself up, dusted yourself off, and kept moving forward. That's what failure teaches you. It teaches you resilience. It teaches you the strength to rise again, no matter how many times you've fallen. It teaches you to keep your eyes on the prize, to remember why you started in the first place, and to refuse to let anything or anyone stop you from reaching your goal. One of the most powerful things about failure is that it brings clarity. It forces you to take a step back, to reevaluate, and to figure out what works and what doesn't. It's a reality check. But here's the thing, failure is not about quitting. It's not about throwing in the towel, it's about adjusting, it's about learning, it's about evolving. When you fail, you're given an opportunity to refine your strategy, to improve your approach, and to come back smarter, more focused, and more prepared. Look at the people who have made history. Think about the people you admire the most. I can guarantee you they didn't get to where they are without failure. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter was accepted. These people didn't let failure stop them. They used it as fuel. They used it to propel them forward, and they didn't let it hold them back. They didn't allow failure to define them. Instead, they learned from it and became even better at what they do. They understood that failure wasn't the end, it was simply the beginning of the next chapter. The thing about failure is that it doesn't last forever. It might feel like it's the end of the world in the moment, but trust me, it's not. It's a temporary setback. It's a challenge you can overcome if you don't let it keep you down. It's like learning to walk. When a baby first tries to walk, they fall down over and over again. But each time they fall, they get a little closer. They get a little stronger. They start to understand their balance. And eventually, they take those first steps. That's what failure does for you. It teaches you, it strengthens you, and it prepares you for the success that is coming. And here's another thing: when you fail, you learn how to handle success better. Failure teaches you humility. It reminds you that you're not invincible. It shows you that there are always areas where you can improve, no matter how successful you become. Success without failure can often lead to complacency. You might think you have it all figured out, but when you fail, you're reminded that you don't have all the answers, and that's a powerful lesson. It keeps you grounded. It keeps you hungry. It keeps you striving for more. Failure also teaches you the importance of persistence. It teaches you that no matter how hard things get, you can keep going. It teaches you that quitting is never an option. Because when you're persistent, when you keep showing up even after you've fallen, that's when the magic happens. That's when the breakthrough occurs. That's when you finally see the fruits of your labor. Success doesn't come from quitting. It comes from persevering through the challenges, learning from your mistakes, and never giving up. So the next time you face failure, I want you to remember something. It's not the end. It's just another part of the journey. It's the test you need to pass in order to reach your next level. It's an opportunity for you to grow, learn, and become stronger. Don't let failure stop you. Don't let it define you. Use it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Because the road to success is not straight. It's filled with twists and turns, with setbacks and obstacles. But if you keep pushing forward, if you keep fighting through the failure, you will eventually reach your destination. You will become the person you were meant to be. Failure is not the end. It's just the beginning of something greater. Put in the work. It's a simple statement, but one that carries so much weight. You can have all the dreams, all the aspirations, all the talent in the world, but without effort, without the willingness to work, none of that will ever come to fruition. We live in a world that sometimes looks for shortcuts, looks for easy paths to success. But let me tell you, there are no shortcuts. There is no easy way to the top. There's no magic formula overnight success. The truth is that if you want something, if you want to achieve greatness, you have to put in the work. It's as simple as that. Too many people sit around waiting for things to happen, hoping for an opportunity to fall in their lap, wishing that one day they'll wake up and everything will be exactly how they want it. But that's not how it works. Life doesn't just hand you things. If you want success, you have to go out and get it. You have to work for it. You have to put in the hours, the effort, and the energy to make your dreams a reality. Success isn't given to you. It's earned. And it's earned through hard work, discipline, and a relentless commitment to pushing forward. But what does it mean to put in the work? It's about consistency. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired, even when you're discouraged. The work doesn't stop just because it's difficult. The work doesn't stop because you don't see immediate results. The work doesn't stop because you face challenges. No, the work keeps going. It's about doing the things you need to do day after day, even when it feels like you're not making any progress. Because let me tell you, progress is often slow. It's often invisible. But it's happening. And you only realize how far you've come when you look back after some time. Putting in the work means being willing to do what others aren't. It means putting in the hours when others are taking shortcuts. It means grinding when everyone else is out having fun or taking it easy. If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to make sacrifices. You have to be willing to say no to the thing, to work with purpose, with passion, and with a mindset that doesn't just focus on the task at hand, but looks ahead to the bigger picture. It's not about just going through the motions. It's not about just doing enough to get by. No, putting in the work is about going above and beyond. It's about pushing yourself to be better, to do more, to go further than you thought was possible. It's about striving for excellence, not just mediocrity. It's about giving your all, no matter how big or small the task is. Whether it's perfecting a skill, improving your knowledge, or working toward a goal, the effort you put in determines the results you get. Too many people want results without the effort. They want to see the end result without understanding the work that goes into getting there. Success doesn't happen because you're talented or lucky. It happens because you're consistent. It happens because you're disciplined. It happens because you're willing to put in the work day in and day out to create the future you want. You have to understand that success is a process. It's not a one-time thing. It's not an event that happens overnight. It's a journey that requires dedication, hard work, and a commitment to always improving. Every day you have to put in the work. Every day you have to show up. And every day you have to push yourself a little harder, a little further than you did the day before. One of the hardest things about putting in the work is dealing with setbacks. We all face obstacles, challenges, and failures along the way. But what separates those who succeed from those who give up is how they respond to those setbacks. When you hit a wall, when things don't go as planned, that's when the work really matters. It's easy to keep going when everything is. You are capable of greatness. I want you to really take that in for a moment. Don't just hear those words and brush them aside, but truly feel them, let them sink in. You are capable of greatness. I know the world can sometimes make you doubt that. It can make you question your potential, make you think that greatness is reserved for other people, the people who seem to have everything figured out, the people who always seem to succeed, the ones who seem to have been born with an edge over you. But I'm telling you, greatness isn't reserved for a select few. It's within you. It's within everyone. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you've been through, or how many times you've failed in the past. What matters is that you believe in the possibility of greatness within yourself and that you're willing to do what it takes to unlock it. We all have greatness within us, but sometimes it gets buried. Sometimes life throws things at us, obstacles, challenges, doubts that make us question whether we are capable of achieving anything significant. Sometimes the world tells us we're not enough, that we don't have the skills, the intelligence, the resources, or the connections to make something great happen. But those are just lies. The truth is, you have everything you need within you to create greatness. All it takes is belief. All it takes is the willingness to recognize your own potential and commit to working toward it. The first thing you have to understand is that greatness doesn't happen overnight. It's not something that comes to you without effort. It's not something that just lands in your lap because you're lucky or you happen to be in the right place at the right time. No, greatness is earned. It's the result of persistent work, dedication, and the courage to push forward, even when things get tough. If you want greatness, you have to earn it. You have to show up every day, commit to doing the work, and never stop believing in your own ability to succeed. But what does greatness really look like? Is it fame? Is it wealth? Is it power? Those things might be byproducts of greatness, but they aren't the essence of it. Greatness isn't about recognition or material success. It's about realizing your full potential. It's about pushing past your limitations and becoming the best version of yourself. It's about rising above the obstacles and the setbacks and continuing to fight for what you believe in, even when the odds are stacked against you. Greatness is about leaving a lasting impact, about doing something that makes a difference in the world, no matter how big or small. It's about creating a legacy, not through fame, but through the way you live your life and the way you treat others. I know sometimes it feels like the world is trying to make you believe that greatness isn't for you, that your dreams are too big, too unrealistic, or too out of reach. But I'm here to tell you that you are capable of achieving the things you dream of. You may not know how right now, but that's okay. The key is to keep believing, keep working, and keep going. You'll figure it out. The path to greatness is rarely a straight line. It's filled with twists and turns, with ups and downs. But if you keep moving forward, if you keep showing up, if you keep believing in yourself, you will get there. Because the truth is, the only thing standing between you and greatness is you. No one else is going to make it happen for you. You can't wait for someone to hand you success on a silver platter. You have to create it yourself. It's all about taking responsibility for your life, for your choices, and for your actions. You can't blame your circumstances, your upbringing, or anything else for where you are right now. Yes, those things can shape you, but they do not define you. You define who you are and what you are capable of. You have the power to decide what kind of life you want to live, and you have the ability to make it happen. Greatness is not determined by where you start, it's determined by where you're willing to go and what you're willing to do to get there. Understand this greatness isn't about being perfect, it's about progress. It's about continually improving, learning from your mistakes, and using every experience, every setback as an opportunity to grow. Don't let your failures hold you back. They don't define you either. Your failures are just stepping stones on the path to greatness. Each time you fail, you learn. Each time you stumble, you get stronger. Every time you get knocked down, you have the choice to get back up and keep going. Greatness is built in these moments. It's built through resilience, through the ability to keep going even when things aren't going your way. And greatness is not just about you. It's not just about what you achieve for yourself, but about how you impact the lives of others. True greatness comes from serving others, from lifting people up, from helping them become their best selves. The more you give, the more you serve, the more you'll see your own potential grow. Greatness is not something that happens in isolation. It happens when you collaborate, when you share your knowledge, your wisdom, your experiences, and your gifts with the world around you. When you help others rise, you rise with them. You create a ripple effect. And that's how you make an impact. That's how you leave a legacy. It's also important to remember that greatness is not about comparison. It's not about looking around at what others are doing and measuring your success against theirs. Your greatness is your own. Your journey is unique to you. Just because someone else seems to be further ahead or achieving more, that doesn't mean you're not capable of the same. The only person you need to compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Are you better today than you were yesterday? Are you putting in the work? Are you believing in yourself? If so, then you're on the right path. Keep moving forward. Now, greatness is also about overcoming the doubts that try to creep in. The doubts that tell you you're not good enough. The doubts that tell you you'll never make it. Those doubts are natural. They're a part of the process. Every person who has ever achieved greatness has had doubts. But here's the thing, you can't let those doubts control you. You can't let them dictate your actions. When those doubts come, acknowledge them, but don't give them power. Your belief in your ability to succeed has to be stronger than the doubts. Your belief in your potential has to be unwavering. And when you push through those doubts, when you keep going despite them, that's when you show yourself just how capable you are. That's when you prove that greatness is yours for the taking. And when you believe in your greatness, you also begin to see the greatness in others. You start to uplift those around you, recognizing that we are all capable of something extraordinary. Greatness is not a zero-sum game. Just because someone else is achieving their own success doesn't take away from yours. We all have the ability to succeed. We all have the potential for greatness. And when you start to see that in others, when you support and encourage them, you become a part of something much bigger than yourself. You become part of a community of people who are all striving for their best, who are all pushing each other to reach new heights. You are capable of greatness, but only if you believe it. You have to believe in your ability to do amazing things. You have to believe that you can overcome any challenge, face any obstacle, and achieve the life you want. It won't be easy. There will be days when it feels like the world is against you. But if you can hold on to that belief, if you can keep fighting for your dreams, you will see the greatness that's within you unfold. You are capable of so much more than you realize, and the first step to unlocking that potential is believing that it's already inside of you. Keep pushing forward, keep believing, and keep working. Greatness is waiting for you.